Hello everybody, Joe Snuffy here. I recently repainted this TBM here into these colors, and some people in one of the Facebook groups I was in were like, yeah, how did you do that? And I'm not very good at GIMP or any of that stuff, but I figured they wanted to see a YouTube video on how to get that done, because the fun part about this one is, watch when I start the engine here, the prop is a different color, and then the trick is having it so that the blur of the prop as it's spinning is still showing you those colors. Um, you'll see as it transitions into this a little bit faster, you get the blue is on the outside and the red's in the middle there. And then as it gets up to speed, you get the real blur, see right there. And so there's a few different settings that need to happen. And you can see on the backside when the sun's hitting the back of the prop, you can see that it's pink or reddish, whatever color that is. Also, you know, like the trim tabs on the rudder and the trim tabs for the elevator are different colors and things like that. So we're going to get started here in a second. I'm going to shut this guy down, and I will see you shortly, and we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. Alright, welcome back. Alright, first thing I want to do is we're going to start getting all the files we need to do this. Now, I've already downloaded a bunch of add-on airplanes, which is what's going to help with this, because I don't know how to do it from scratch. And when you, this orange color that's on the plane right here, that's white on the original textures, and so it's almost impossible to see what it is. So as you can see, I'm going into your MS, into your community folder. I'm going down to TBM, I'm going down to Sim Objects, Airplanes, and then I'm going to create a new file, and we're going to call it new file, new folder, and we're going to call this one texture dot. I'm going to call it ugly, because I'm going to make it some weird colors for purposes of this video. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to get all of this stuff that we need for editing. I'm going to get it straight from the original one, so that's why I've got this one over here. So we're going to go to the official Steam. Yeah, I have the Steam Edition one. I'm going to come down here to Asobo Aircraft. This is the TBM. Where am I at? TBM. All the way through to it. And then the regular textures. Okay, so we're going to need all of these files in here. We're only going to need so many of them. Right now we're going to need, look down here, I'm going to use the control button to get all of this decals. We want this one, and we need that one. So I'm hitting the control button to hold on to those, because I'm going to copy these over into that other folder that we just created on this page over here. So over here we're getting the decals. Now we also need the one that says plain ALBD PNG and the one that says JSON. These two. Then we need to get the prop. This is the color of the prop when it's standing still and in the beginning. And then we're going to need this one, which is the main blur. This one is for the main blur. And then this is right here where it says prop slow. We got that one and that one, because that's the blur that's in between full speed and stopped. Then I also want to come down here. Oh, I don't need any of those other ones, because yeah, we're not going to get it. We need the texture thing. You might as well grab the thumbnails, because we might change those, but at least you'll have them in there. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click that. I'm going to copy them all. I'm going to come over here to this one, and then I'm going to paste it. And so now I should have all of these folders in here. You can see they're already associated with GIMP. I should be able to edit these no problem. I like to get the names out here. I'm going to keep this just in case, because we might need it later. In any case, that's all of the things that we need there. Yeah, we will need that other folder in a little while. Alright. But this way I can do the color. Now the ones that say decals, that's basically these stripes here. So you know, if you want to just do a simple one, that's all you would have to change. and it will change these color of this stripe, the belly right here, this stripe, and this stripe, and it does it on the wingtips and everything too. So yeah, everything that's these colors are the 3 colors that are on that one. Changing the body of the plane, that's going to be a little bit trickier because we're going to have to do something, because watch when I open this one up. Come over here, we're going to open up, not decals, plane. We're going to open up this one. Now you'll see that the plane is probably white. This is using GIMP. When it comes up and it says load DDS, say OK. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now you see this, you can see there's the wings there. The body of the airplane is right here, but I can't find it. So, you know, I did something else with the, instead of this, I'll just close this out. I'll go back to that folder. And we're going to go up one. We're going to go up. And we're going to find one. And I know for a fact that, like, say, this Hungary, or, well, when I did it, I think I used the gray military one. But we'll just go with, like, the Hungarian one here. Because you can see it's got, the body of the plane is in color here. And it's got other things that are colored. You can see what it looks like here. You can see that there's the green, the white. It's got a green tail, or elevators, and elevators or stabilizer. And so I'm basically going to copy this one, and I'm going to go back to my ugly file, and I'm just going to paste it. And when it says overwrite, yes, replace this file. So now this one, when I look at it in GIMP, it should have all the colors. That way it'll be easier for me to pick colors. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this one. I'm going to open up that one. I'm going to open this one. And I'm going to open up that one. Okay, so now I've got all 5 of those things open in GIMP, and we will get to it. So see, this is the colors I was talking about for the those stripes. This is for the prop when it's in between full speed and slow speed. This is for the prop when it's at full speed. This is to actually color the prop, so that, you know, we can make different colors up here, different color in the back, different color up front. And then this is obviously just your basic stripes. So layers, we don't need that right now because I don't know how to use any of that. We will need this channels when it comes to doing this prop blur. So remember that. I'm going to stop real quick right here, and then we'll get to figuring out what colors we want to use. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Okay, so first off, I need to start making a palette. This is GIMP. It's free to download, and you can use it. I'm not very good at it, but I have figured out that, okay, I want to create a new palette for this plane, and we're going to make some weird colors. So I right-click over in this box over here, and it says New Palette. We're going to call this the ugly plane palette. And then I'm going to just click on it, and now I need to pick some colors. So you click on that tripper there, and then we can click on this, I do believe, and start picking some colors. Alright, so I'll pick that one. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Got to hit this button, and it picked that red up. We'll use whatever that red is. I'm going to get some weird light blue in here. I'll add that to the palette. I want definitely some sort of green thingy. Because I might make the prop green just so you guys can see that. So I'm just adding a bunch of colors here. Might as well add black to it. Or some grayish thing right there. Whatever this color is, why not? It can't hurt, right? I just get about 6 or 7 colors in here just to play around with, because you know, I don't really care what this plane is gonna look like. For the most part, it's get an orange. I'm not good at this sort of stuff, so all right, that should be enough colors. All right, so first thing I want to do is I'm going to get my fill tool here, and so I can select. Actually, this one is select by color, so I'm going to select this gray one, and then I hit the fill bucket here. And I'm going to make one of the stripes this color. Alright, and then I'm going to hit the select by color, and this red one we're going to make it black in the middle there, whichever this one is. And then I'm going to hit the fill button, go like that. And then what do I have? Orange, black, and let's go red with this. We're going to make a green prop, and we're going to make the body of the plane blue. I don't know where to put the purple yet. So I'm going to select this color. Oh no, they're all the same colors. Alright, so what happened there is I'm going to zoom in and control, and see those are almost the same color. So I'm going to actually just do this box, and I figured this out, that it actually will escape, come down here to the bottom, and it actually will get right in the box there. And so now I've just selected that color. Now I can hit the fill, and we were going to make that red, right? Yeah. Alright, so now it's some weird, that almost looks like Germany. Now we'll make this the purple. The heck with it. It's some weird colors. That's fine. So we can just say that this is fine. I don't need to do it. Actually, cancel that. To save this as what we need it to be, we have to export it. So this one, I've selected this one, and we're going to go cancel that. And I'm going to go File, Export As, and we're going into Ugly, and we're going to do that. This one's the Decals one, right? And we're going to export it as that name, because we're just going to replace it. Yes, replace it. And now it should be that one. Alright, we can close that now. If I hit discard changes, that's fine, because if I come back now and open this up, File, Open, and this is the one we just changed, right? Decals. And it should come in, and it's the same color as the colors we changed it to. Alright, now we're going to make the prop green. So here's the quick trick with the prop. We'll get to the color of the plane last. But what you have to do over here is there's this scissors looking thing here, and that lets you actually, because you can't, if you try to select a color, it gets all kinds of stuff, and I don't think it's gonna work. Now watch this work, and it messed me all up, or it makes everything green, and I didn't want to do that. Okay, because I don't know what this being green will do. I don't think it'll do anything, but it could mess something up. So I'm just gonna go with the hard way, just because. We're going to zoom out a little bit so I can get all of this. Alright, so now we want this to stay black, because that's the leading edge. So we get the scissor thing on here. I'm going to click down here. We're going to slowly go around. It sort of finds its way around. It finds the differences in the colors and sort of follows it. I don't think we're going to be too overly concerned. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it seems to work fine. And come down here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to control. See, a couple of steps, because I wanted to go right down to here, and then we want to come in across this, because we want to leave that. See, it's trying to find its way around that edge. It sort of knows. Let's not do that. We'll go straight to here. Like I said, I'm no expert at any of this. So now it's selected this. I don't know how to move that, but I don't think we're going to have a problem. We're going to make the prop green, so I'm going to fill this with the green. And we're going to hope that works. Okay? Now, that's the back of the blade. This is the front of the blade. Now, we could go green up here and something else here. Both green there and there. Or I can use this purple color. Or did we use the purple on the other one? No, let's use red right here. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to just select this. No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to select. Now we'll go like this. We'll do the whole thing. Go like this. Select it around. This one's pretty easy. Sorry, you can hear the game in the background. Alright, so now I'm going to select this color. No, not green. The red. And we're going to hit the fill thing and click it in there. Alright, so that's going to be red. And then we're going to make this part green. There we go. And then we'll come over here, hit the fill tool. We're going to select the green this time. So now we should have a green front and back. And once again, that's all I know that is on the blade. I think this is that other bit that goes up here that's like metal. I'm not going to mess with that, and I'm not exactly sure what that red part is for. So now that I'm back to this, I'll get on the select tool, unselect everything. Then I'm going to export this one. File, export this one. This is the prop one right here. And we're going to export it. I'm going to replace it. This thing says click export and we're good. Okay, so now I can close that one. No, I'm going to discard changes because I don't want to change that. Now, we need to get the blurs. Alright, so what I figured out with this is if you click on, you come over here to, you see layers and channels. Click on channels, get rid of the alpha. Now you get this colored thing here. Now we are going to select the color, and we're going to change the colors as we saw it. Now, we hit the fill. We made that outside rim was red, right? So we're going to hit that red, just like that. Now we made the rest of the blade. This is the front of the blade. This is the back of the blade. Alright, so we made this part green. So then we're going to come over, click the fill. This is green. That's green. Just like that. Okay? And then we're going to go get on select, click off something. And then we'll hit the alpha button. And now we can see everything. Alright? And that's what it looks like. And when we go into layers, that's looking weird. Hold on, I'm going to have to check that because that doesn't seem right. Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong there. Okay, once I got here, I got to make sure I click outside the box so that nothing is selected. And once nothing is selected, I click that, then you see the green right here and the red stripey outside. So everything else was right. So now we can export this one. This is the main one, and then we got to get the slow blur going. All right, so I'm going to go over here. We're going to go File, Export, and once again we're going to get, this is the blur. This is the blur, right? Yeah, this is the regular blur. So it's prop blur right there, and we're going to export it as the DDS. Replace it, yes. Export. And we can close that and discard changes. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Hopefully I'll edit this right. Okay, so now we're on to this one. And what we need to do here is we get rid of the alpha channel. And you get this big picture here with all the other colors going. We're going to make the prop inner part green. Oh, got to hit fill. Green, and it already is selecting those colors. This one, this one, this one. Alpha channel is off on this one. And then we click on the red. We're going to make the tips red. Like that. Then I'm going to get off of this selection. Then when I turn on the alpha channel, bam, it looks like that. I hope that's the way I did it right. Because, yeah, I'm still figuring this thing out. And anyways, now we're going to hit export this guy as well. Export. Where are we? This is the slow, prop slow. And this is the stuff you can see. It's in my texture ugly thing. Alright, export. Replace it, yes. Export. And we're good to go. We can close that. And we will discard changes. I don't want to change any of the new stuff. Okay, now we're on to the main body. Okay, so what I've learned messing with this stuff is that that's too big. Okay, this is one side of the body. This is the other side of the airplane. This is the pilot side door that needs to be a different color. This is the wingtips, the canards, and stuff like this. This strip right up here and this strip are. Let me see if I can see that. If I've got the plane right here. All right, if you come around here, that strip, those are ones I'm talking about right there, are actually this little hinge here and this thing right there. I had to find that out the hard way. So any case, so those can be whatever color we want to make. So we've got a prop that's green. We want to make the main body blue. So we're going to just go ahead and hit fill because I'm just going to make the main body blue. I'm going to make that blue. This is the other half of the tail. Now, I don't know if I want to make this. I'm going to make this blue because the main body is blue and this is blue. All right. Now I'm going to make this a different color just because I feel like it. These are the wing tips. Um, this I think is one of the stabilizers. This right here is the main part of the elevator. And these are the trim tabs. So I'm going to make the elevator red just because I want to. We're going to have to cut this off right here. I don't want, that's the whole tail is red and the elevator is red. I actually don't want to do that, so we're going to go over here and there's apparently an airplane taking off somewhere near me. We're going to make this a different color because that's the main part of the tail. And this is the actual elevator. We're going to make the tail blue like the rest of the plane. Alright, and we'll have a red tail, and we're going to make these things blue. So I'm going to call it that blue. Alright, we're going to, apparently if you're still in there, see, I'm still figuring this out. I'm not exactly sure where this is, but we're going to make it blue too. And then whatever that is going to get to be, we're going to make this red because I'm not sure what it is anymore. So we'll make whatever that is red, and then we'll find out. So that's pretty much all our colors plus whatever coloring scheme we did, because I thought we did purple, this, and maybe some black. I don't know. Now we're going to export this. This is just real quick, sloppy, make some colors, because I'm just curious as to what it's going to do. File, export as. Now this one is the plane, this thing right here. And then we're going to export that into ugly, and we're going to replace it. Yes. And everything should be good enough for whatever it is we're doing today. So then I'm going to close that. I'm going to discard changes because I don't want to accidentally changing the main file. I've already exported it into something I can use. So now I need to turn off this. We'll go escape, go to the main menu. Main menu. Okay, well now we need to do a few things. While that's doing its thing, now we have to actually do some more file stuff to get everything working. Because now, in here we have all of these things which are new files and stuff like that. We have to add a few things to, that should be good, yeah. Alright, go up one folder. Now we're in here, aircraft config. Now we have to add this airplane, okay? Now, fortunately, I already have one that's named Snuffy, so I know all the things that changed. So we're going to come into this config file that's just outside of the folder we were just at. We're going to copy that, come down here, a couple spaces, add it. All right, now we're going to add, this is just like adding any other plane. We're going to make this 63. We're going to call this ugly. Because we can. It's in texture.ugly, right? So capitals are important here. All the rest of this stuff is fine. That's good. This stuff's fun. We're going to call it TVM ugly in the game. It's the variation. We'll just call this variation ugly because why not? Keep it all simple. Then I'm going to make the tail number ugly 1. And if you want to change colors in for that, you can do that in here somewhere too. I think that's it right there, the tail color. Alright, but we're going to just make it November ugly 1. Alright, so then we're going to file save that. That should take care of everything. Those are the normal things. This should be fine. Model, we're not doing anything that's out of the ordinary. So then we close that. Now comes the fun part. Alright, because we do need to get up one file. We need to add into the layout thing. I have Note++ over here. Alright, so we need to add this stuff up in here. Now I have this stuff already for the plane that I've already done. So it's in here, but I'm going to show you where to get these lines that we're going to need, which is basically the thumbnails, the prop slow, prop blur, plain decals, and that should be all we need. All right, so we go back into this file right here, which is our main texture file from the originals. We're going to go back up. Go back up to airplanes. All right, here's its J. This is in TBM. We're in the layout. All right. So now it's opened it up a second one over here. All right, I don't know how to do this, but anyways, I've got, this is the one that's in official. This is the one that's in community. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here. We don't need all of this stuff. Right, we're going to want everything from here to here, and copy that from this point to that. We'll go over to this one. We're going to add this to the bottom. We're going to make a couple spaces here. Alright, this is where we're at the bottom right. I'm going to just stop this. Put a bunch of spaces in here. Right now we're going to go B. Alright, so that's the thumbnails. We get the thumbnails. We're going to change all of this. It's going to say texture. Dot ugly. Now I got insert on. And we'll just control D. And we're going to insert on. There we go. Texture. Dot ugly. Let's change that one to ugly. And this to dot ugly. Alright, so we got that. Now we're going to come back over to this other one. And we're going to need to come up here to the, we use the decals. Airframe. All this stuff's in the airframe here. Alright, so we use the decals one. So we're going to go from this comma right before that down to this one. Right before the comma. Alright, we're going to copy that. Go back over. You know what? I'm doing this on a thing you guys can't even see. Holy smokes. Alright, so I've got basically Notepad going here, and I've got both files open. This one right here is, you can see, is the one that's in the Steam. This one is the one that's in the community file. We're moving things from the main one over to there. We're just copying and pasting. So I did it for down here at the bottom, where the thumbnails, the texture, and config, and the thumbnail JPEGs. Now we're getting the things that all the files we edited. So we got this. We're here. All right. So we're going to do this. This is the decals. Oop, wrong one. This is the decals. Down to that. Control copy. Come over to the one that's in community, and we'll go ahead and put this right in front of there and hit enter. So now that should have put the comma right where it's supposed to be. So we got the decals. Now we're going to need to go over here, and we need to find airframe. We didn't use any details. We didn't use any landing, no lights. Alright, we used the plain ALBD ones. Alright, so we're going to go from the comma down to the second colon after it, because we need both. Get in there, come on. You don't need that extra comma. Why are you being such a pain in the neck? Start it from down here, because we need this one just on and that one. So we're going to go up here, up to the comma. Copy. Come over to this one, and we'll just, it's right in there is good. Paste it. Alright. So then we need to come back over here. So that takes care of the plain, the decals. Now we need all the prop ones. Alright, so we did prop this one we did prop blur, right? So we can, this one we can kill two birds at one time. The prop ALBD one, and then the prop blur one down to there. Alright. So we got that one, this one, this one. Copy it. Come over to here. Paste it. Alright, and then there's one more we need, and that's that slow one. So now we gotta go airframe, prop slow right here. This is what we need. Because that was the last one we were working on before we changed the color of the plane. That should do that. Copy. Come over here. And paste it. Alright, so now all that stuff's in there. Now, I need to change all of these to dot ugly. I'm going to actually copy that and just paste it a bunch of times. Now we knows where to find it. Alright. Now we've got all of that. Should have comma, colon, comma, comma, all the way down to the end where nothing happens. No extra commas in here. Alright, so now I can go like this and start deleting till we get up to here. And now all that stuff's in there. And now we're going to close this one. Now when I close this one, which is in communities, it's going to ask me to save it. I'm going to say yes. All right. So I've closed that. Now we get back into our game. I'm going to go to my profile, and it should be in here. Change aircraft. Select on that one, go back. Liveries. I might need to reboot. Probably do. Alright. Because I don't see ugly in here anywhere unless it put it in some sort of alphabetical order. Okay. No, I got to reboot. So, any case. So we'll start over and I'll see you. Okay, welcome back everybody. Yeah, I rebooted it and we ran into a little problem, but I figured out one other thing we need to do. Alright, so before we actually get this running, what we need to do is you come into your into the Microsoft MS, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 or whatever folder you got it, where your community stuff is, to your TBM, Sim Objects. Okay, now when you get in here, that file, that texture config file that we copied from the main thing is not correct. Okay, when you copy that over from the main simulator stuff, this is what it will look like. There'll be this fallback 1, textures, detail map, fallback 2, glass, and all of that stuff. We need to add this line, fallback 4, texture, dot dot backslash texture. So just add this thing in there. If you need it, I found it in the one that I had, one of the ones I had already had installed. So you pretty much, if you look at any of these ones from the other textures that you may have downloaded from somewhere, when you open the texture file, you'll see that line's there. So you can just cut and paste it into that. So once I did that and saved it, then started save, because I already changed it. It was already there. Because I already did it. It was loaded up Flight Sim, and look at this. I was gonna say, well, that's the one right there. So then I'm gonna go into our liveries, and all the way at the end here, here's ugly. I didn't make a thumbnail for it yet. And this is what that bad boy looks like, because I don't even remember what colors we were putting in there. I was just slapping colors all over the place. Let's make it so I can go around the plane, and then we'll go start it up and see what it looks like. All right. So we look at it, and you can see, like, we got all that. We got the red tail, red elevators with trim tabs. Wings are there, green prop, all that good stuff. Didn't change much else. The wings are still the wings. We got our purple, our black, and our orange up in there. So everything is up there. You see your TBMs in the purple. Certain things becoming. There's our November UGLY1. And so we're going to go ahead and fly with this thing real quick and see what happens when I start up the engine. I will probably cut this out and come back. I want to go back to Manassas Airport, go to ramp, and so we can start up the engine, because this doesn't take too long. Okay, everybody, we're back. It loaded up. We're going to see what it looks like. All right, so now we're inside the thing. We can see the airplane. I will look outside and see what we got going on here. This is what it looks like in the sunlight. So this is what it looks like in the sunlight, guys. You can see there's our green prop, red stripe. I don't know what that, shadow or something like that. There's some all the nice, beautiful colors we added. Trim tab is different. It was purple, so you know, if you wanted to go back and look at it and see what we made purple, to see what got that. Doors are purple, bottoms purple. Interestingly colored plane. So now just the final tests real quick. See what happens when we turn on the prop and let her go. See if we see the green and red blur. There's the medium, the slow blur. And then there's the full blur. You can still see the green. I should be able to see more green on the backside, yeah, from the sun hitting it. So that's it. I hope that helps. You know, you probably have to go over it, trial and error is what I was doing with it. Ooh, I like the shadow right there. Alright. In any case, I might keep this plane anyways. It's already made, so there you go. Have at it. Enjoy.